You wanna have my baby? I'm ready. So good, baby. Fly me to Jamaica. It's so good, so good, so good, so good. Hey y'all, are we live? We live. Okay, we live. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm gonna put on some other music so I can concentrate because this is a song that I've actually been working on. Give me a second. I apologize. Oh, here we go. Let's put on that. That's a whole hour. Shout out to Jay Dilla. It is Oasis. I'm so excited, y'all. It's been a long time coming. Okay, so let me turn this down because I'm pretty sure that's really loud. I love loud music. Okay. So here we are. Okay. The sparkle in God's eye. All right, so this is streaming on 3 platforms, okay? I believe Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, I think. Yeah, YouTube for sure. Okay, so let me jump right into it because I'm going to watch how long. I'm honestly trying to not go past 30 minutes. But if you know me, then you know I like to talk, okay? So it just flows. It just happens organically. It just happens naturally. So I do have some spiritual homework, okay, that I was given that I needed to share, that I need to share. But I do want to start off with, since this is really technically like my first video, I've posted videos, dancing videos, music, little clips, and I think I even have a video on confidence, which I really didn't even get into like depth of that video. I just kind of posted something off the dome. So now you always hear these names like the hidden gems, the chosen ones, and a lot of people like to put titles, and it's just really an energy that it holds. But I really genuinely feel like God kind of separated me from, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can resonate with this as well. Being forced to separate yourself from certain people in a certain environment and really kind of focus and go deep. Okay. Oasis of Healing, the name Oasis of Healing has so many different, like it was formed and birthed from God, the energy of the universe on such a deep level. I started this journey I officially 2010 when I was in high school. I really didn't start putting in the work. I was aware in 2010. Like I was fully aware of what everything was going on. I just didn't know how I was going to go about it. I didn't really start putting in the real work until about 2000, maybe 13, 14-ish. Yeah. No, 2000. No, I'm lying. 2016. Going into the 2017, that's when I went hard. And when I say hard, I mean every day, all day. Like I kind of went overboard with it. But Oasis of Healing, I'm not here to push any of my thoughts, my beliefs, or any of that nature on anyone, okay? If you genuinely feel a connection to me and you feel like what I'm saying is resonating with you on a deep level, then you need to connect to me and you take whatever it is that I have to give to you, eat the meat, throw away the bones, okay? Use whatever it is that I can give to you, because I always say I drop gems and I keep it moving, okay? That's always been, that used to be my bio on Instagram for a really long time. But, Oasis of Healing is a place where you come for nourishment, whether that's music, sexual healing, or just spiritual, esoteric knowledge, gems. So I get comfortable being behind the scenes, and I kind of just, I stay in my own energy. But, I get pushed out because I have something that's supposed to be shared with a lot of people. So regardless if it reaches one person or a million, like I'm just in it to be of help. And I've always been that type of person. So yeah. But Oasis of Healing came from the song Didn't You Know by Erykah Badu. Shout out to Erykah. If you ever go watch the video, Didn't You Know, it's literally about a song. She talks about it like she was lost. She had to find her way, and the way she found it was internally, but in the video, she's lost. She's in the desert, and she stumbles across an oasis, and then her life changes. But it's so much deeper than that. You just got to go watch the video. That's where my name came from. I was looking for a name for myself. When I intuitively really when I say find myself, is I was always myself. I just remembered who I was and what it is that I was supposed to do, my mission, what I was here for. My own individuality, my individual self, my power. So it's funny because I was like, what's my name? What is it that I need to call myself? And it actually just came to me. And I started to see synchronicities that connected me to the name. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is sticking. So I kind of just wanted to get that out the way. I'll probably still dive deep in a little bit of who I am. And along the way on a journey, when you guys follow along, you'll see, you'll come to the realization of who I really am. Okay. There's a lot of different spiritual pages, and that was another reason why I kind of got discouraged for a really long time, because right before the big hit in the world, I don't even like to give it name or call it by its name, because I don't like to give certain things power, but there was a big shutdown in the world. Before that happened, I had this whole idea of videos I was going to put out, and right when it happened, everybody ran to the internet and were spiritual gurus and wanted to drop gems on people and tell people what's right, what's wrong. I was just like, this is so oversaturated. And then I got comfortable. I was just like, you know what? Let me focus on my healing. Let me focus on myself. And that's what I did. And along the way, I still worked on my business. Us Virgos, gang. I stayed working behind the scenes, and God was like, okay, I got to put you back out there. I was like, oh, comfortable. He was like, no, get your ass back out there. So here I am. Okay, so I actually had another video that I wanted to talk about, but this information came to me and it was pushed like, this is what you need to do. What is it, Aiden? Go ahead and be careful with that.
I came in here for it, and I was telling you, just don't stop.
Okay, it's fine. Be careful with that. My son made a weapon, y'all. He's into weapons. We love swords and stuff like that. So he took a stick and literally sharpened it to where it's so freaking sharp. Be careful. Okay, so God was like, listen, I need you to give the ladies, I mean, it's for men too, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully none of my exes is watching this. I'm not gonna say no names. That's not me. It's about the experience. And the best way I can really give people my spiritual knowledge is giving them an example, because nobody wants to listen to you if they don't feel like you've been through what they've been through. That's really what that is. So the information came in. It was like, we want you to use your past relationships of what you learned and give that to other people. Because I guess right now people are struggling with letting go and detaching from relationships so that they can individually know themselves to move forward. And so I was like excited at first, because I guess the way the information came in, I was excited. I was like, oh, yes, I got some homework. Let's go. But when I actually sat down to write it, to feel it, to allow everything to process, I was like, hold up now. I don't really know how am I supposed to talk to everybody without giving all my information away? I'm a very private person. And there's just a lot of stuff I don't like sharing, just because it's sort of crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't feel the need to. So I've tried to come up with a creative way, and I was like, look, I need some help. If you leave it up to me, I'm just going to be like, bleh. Not talking about the actual person, but just like going to so much of the details of everything. So after taking my time with it, we got it right, okay? So we're at 8 minutes. Okay, we're doing good. So this is only for the ones, and I wrote everything down, okay? So, because if I start talking, I'll just go on a little tangent, you know what I'm saying? Let the information flow and I'll just end up all over the place. This is only for the ones who know who they are individually. If you are struggling with knowing who you are, this is important, because if you don't know who you are, right, your thoughts and feelings, you might not be able to discern your own thoughts and feelings versus the person that you've been connected to. All right. So it's going to be a little difficult to actually do this. Okay. So if you've been in a relationship, or you're headed out of a relationship, or if you're already out of a relationship and you're on this journey to getting yourself together, getting your weather together, you kind of need to dig deep first into who you are before you even get any of this ready, okay? Any of this started, okay? Excuse me, I meant to say started. Now, this video is about how I used and transmuted my ex's energy. Okay. Some people might look at this and be like, what? Listen, do you know? Okay. I don't have time to over explain myself. Even if you don't get it, just listen to it. Because I promise you, I'm planting a seed, and a good 3 days, 3 months, 3 years from now, you'll look back and say, oh, she was right. All right. Now, for the ones who get it, then you get it. You own it, right? Again, let me say how I used and transmuted my ex's energy. All right. Now, let me first break down the word transmutation. Okay. Transmutation, trans, to move, to relocate, redirect, to transfer. All right. Mutation, energy that you and the other person actually use together to build whatever it is that you and the other person was building together, whether it's mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, sexually, whatever. Okay. So to transmute the energy is to take the energy that you had either, and I'm about to give you an example, okay, that you gave to the person or that you guys were building together. It's like taking your shit and leaving, okay, but it's your energy. Now I put an example. So if you need an example of what it is that I'm saying, off of ATL, the movie, when Rashad snatched the chain off of Nunu's neck, that was what came to my mind. I was like, I need an example. That's the first thing that popped up in my head. In the movie, you seen he was someone who was trying to get out of a certain environment, right? Shout out to Atlanta. I love Atlanta. He was a certain person that was trying to get out of a certain environment. And you seen how he was working hard. He changed maybe the way he was talking, who the people he hung around. He was saving money. His biggest thing is a part of the movie, he was talking to his brother and trying to show him, like, look, you can make money a different type of way. He pulled out the stack of money and was like, look. He was like, his brother was like, oh my God. It was showing you that he was saving money. So he was very frugal, okay? So you can tell he just didn't spend his money just for no reason. Okay, so he found a girl that he thought was on the same mentality, the same level as him, someone that he can build with. So he invested in her. He bought her a necklace. When he found out she was phony and she was fake and she lied, what'd he do? He snatched that damn chain off her neck. That's an energy. And I've used that in a lot of different ways. But that's why when God snatched chains off of people's necks, that's a real deep spiritual thing, which we could talk about. But we're not going there right now. But if I can give you an example, that's exactly what that is. You leave a relationship, for women, especially women, because it's an emotional thing. So emotional turbulence right after you break up with someone. It can be for men too, but men are more logic about certain things. Women are, that's why our spiritual process seems to speed up a little bit faster, because we go through the stages, emotional stages first. But anyway, this, like I said, this is a video for masculine energy and feminine energy as well. So when he took that necklace back, that's like an esoteric allegory or energy, signature energy, you taking something back. So doing this, taking this energy back, transmuting the energy is another way of making sure that when you do leave the relationship, you don't feel robbed. You don't feel like you didn't get anything out of it. Because leaving out of a relationship like that will mess you up, okay? So that's a really bad starting point. Even if you made a really poor investment into someone, you can't look at it like that. You just can't. And this is one of the ways you can do that, by transmuting energy. All right. I put why. Like, why would you want to even transmute someone or someone that you used to date? Excuse me. Can you give me my water, please? Thank you. Ooh, I'm a little purge. What do you need?
Oh, I just wanted to watch you. Is it fun if I watch you?
Why do you want to watch me?
I want to hear.
Okay, you can, but just chill, okay?
Okay.
So, why would you want to transmute the energy? I kind of already told you guys, but I'll go a little bit deeper. Taking your energy back. I put taking your energy back. Won't experience the energy of regret. Reuse the energy that you misplaced, like use it and put in your creativity. That was the first thing that I did. Anytime I called it off or someone called it off with me or I called it off with someone, I ran straight to music. I ran straight to dancing. I ran straight to beauty. I ran straight to fashion. I ran straight to my creativity. That's it. Even if I felt like I didn't get what I really wanted out of it, I took that energy. So another example is like if someone broke my heart and they lied to me, I would just put how I felt in a song. And then like the next couple of days, I'll be like, good. Like, Now, it doesn't work like that for everybody, but if I can express how I feel, especially in a song, I'm good. I can detach very quick and act like I never met you. Aquarius rising. What else did I say? Oh, I put, so going back to the part where I said you won't experience regret, that allows you to pack light. That pack light. Packing light allows you to actually have that wisdom, because if you're not looking at it like you regret, like, why did I do this? How did this happen? Why me? If you don't look at it like that and you're like, you know what, this, she might have not treated me right, but I learned how to conduct myself in business. I learned how to, whatever it is that the relationship taught you, take it, like pick up what you can and take it to either yourself. I wouldn't advise going to the next person. That's just me. So, hey, to each his own. But take it in, and I'll say don't rush into another relationship, because if you can process that information, what you learned, what you didn't like, what you got of it, if you can process all of that, what it means to you, and separate what no longer resonates with you, and let it process 2-3 months, 5 months. Me, I take a 2-3 year. I get into a relationship and get out. It take me 2-3 years before I feel like I want to invest in another person. But again, to each his own. I then put how. How do you even work with this spiritual this signature energy of what I'm talking about? In most of my videos, you're gonna hear me talk about the same thing. It's always kind of the same core: your thoughts and your feelings. Okay, all right, your thoughts and your feelings. What's yours and what's theirs? That goes back to the beginning where I said this will be a lot harder for you if you don't know who you are individually. And a lot of times, if you are in that type of relationship with that person, you kind of, I'm not gonna say you don't know yourself, but the parts of yourself that you didn't discover until you met that person. That's typically what relationships do for us anyway. That's the reason why I don't do relationships. I put thoughts and feelings, and then I pulled some cards so I can kind of go deeper into how you guys can even use thoughts and feelings to use this allegory. Throat chakra energy came out, the card. Harmony was in reverse. Emotional withdrawal, and then the heart chakra, which I was like, that makes sense. Literally, thoughts and feelings. I was like, confirmation. With the harmony card, that it's a card. Do me a favor. Go give me the psychic deck, tarot deck over there. I'm going to show you guys. I'm a visual person, and I'm sure most of you guys are too. Yeah. That one? Yes. Let me show y'all the card. Oh, it's right here. It was this card, but it was in reverse. All right, this is the relationship card. And what does that mean? It says, first, this is what I got. Verbally communicate your inner feelings. If you can communicate to that other person, this step is like reclaiming your power on a different level. Your voice is your power. Okay? There's different levels of power when it comes to voice, but speaking up for yourself. A lot of times people have an issue with communicating in relationships, and you hear people talk about it all the time. Aiden, Legos, take those in your room. As a matter of fact, you're grounded. Put the Legos up. Put them up. Don't try me while I'm live. Okay? Don't do that. So, well, go back to drawing your picture. I gave you
already did that.
Hey, I said what I said. Thank you. So verbally communicating yourself. Verbally communicating how you feel and where you stand with this person. Like, if you're in the middle of the relationship and you're already thinking, like, you're already leaving, like, this is not working. I don't know how I'm going to tell this person this. It's not comfortable. It's not. But you have to do it. If you want to do it and come out on top, victory, success, without pain, without mental anguish, without regret, if you don't want to carry that to whatever it is that you want to manifest and that you're doing, then you did. I'm telling you, I learned, and I had to learn the hard way. So not only do I have the wisdom to give you, but I know the do's and the don'ts. Okay? Trust me. I'm telling you, it might suck, it might hurt, it might make you scared, like, ooh, if I say this, they're gonna have. That's not for you to hold. That's already baggage yourself. If you already care what someone else is gonna say and how they're gonna react, that's already, it's just do it. Okay? That's always my motto. People are like, just do it. Speak up for yourself. Say, hey, listen, this relationship is not working. I need to take a step back and I gotta focus on myself. After that, it's no longer your issue. It's your issue when you don't speak up. That's the first thing. And that was the first card that came out. So verbally communicate your needs. All right? Your inner hearing. Verbally speak out loud. Now, if you're in a position where you already broke up and you no longer can communicate this person, dang, I should have said this. Dang, I should have said that. You can still say it. Now, do behind closed doors. Don't do it out loud in front of everybody, just in Walmart talking to yourself. Go home, look in the mirror, and everything that you felt to that person, look in the mirror. Because you're really saying it to yourself. When you even communicate to that person, it ain't even about them. It's about you speaking up for yourself. So when you go home, look in the mirror, and say, Bobo the clown. I'm just saying, I don't want to think of somebody's name because I don't want to put that energy on there, but I'm just like, say whoever's name, like, look, you did this, you did that, I take account. You got to take accountability, okay? Because it's self first. You got to go in first, but speak your truth to the mirror as if it was them, all right? And tell yourself you reclaim your power, okay? So I put verbally speak aloud, affirm, reclaim your energy. I put sacrifice the connection. Okay, so that's next. The emotional withdrawal. Okay, so this card in reverse, because first it was throat chakra, then it was this in reverse. The second thing you do, okay, the first thing, verbally communicate and reclaim. Second thing you do, detach from this person physically. Now, this seems to be the most hardest thing for people to do because people have codependency issues on a whole deeper level, okay? People say with people for financial reasons. People say with people because they're emotionally codependent, like sexually, like, I don't want to have too many body counts. Been there. Just gonna stick with this person. No, like disconnect. And this right here is where people get stuck and they put themselves in cycles. This is the part where people do not follow through because a lot of worldly things. I'll just say that. Because of that lower bottom that, you know what I'm saying? The 3D. But disconnect. All right? And it might be really hard. It might take you a couple tries. But disconnect, okay? You have to. Sacrifice the relationship. You have to. You have to. All right, take a moment with that. All right. I then have, all right, so the next card after this is the emotional withdrawal, okay? You have to emotionally withdraw yourself because your emotions is a part of you that goes into your creation of your manifestations. Again, going back to your thoughts and your feelings. Your thoughts and your feelings. Your feminine and masculine energy, okay? Those two together work with each other on a really, really powerful level. Which, again, that's going to be another video. I'm trying to stay on topic. So, by you pulling your emotions back, not over-expressing yourself. When the thought of this person comes up, don't cry. I mean, allow yourself to cry. But if you done cried already 3, 4, 5 times, see, I'm allowed, when something happens in a relationship for me, and again, I know everybody's different, but I'm just telling you guys. When something happens with me, so I allow myself to cry, give myself a maximum of 30 minutes, not even that. Good 15, 20 minutes of gangster crying. Like, feeling, if I don't boo-hoo cry, but, feeling the tears and songs. You got to play a song to feel it, And I process it. And I think about who it is that I am. And then I remind myself, I'm so much better than this shit. Like, wait, now you looking stupid, bro. Now you looking stupid. Then I start having myself like, wait, oh, damn, I don't even know what I was thinking. I'm good. Okay. Some people it takes a little bit longer. Okay. Some people it takes a day or two. Sometimes it takes people weeks. Sometimes it takes people months. Sometimes it takes people years. Figure out who you want to be. All right. All right. And if you're into astrology, all right, use your planetation alignments to help. Like, that's another video. So after you emotionally pull your energy back, I put on here, you want to reflect. You want to be in solitude for restoration from your heart, and then restoration in your mind. Okay, typically it goes straight to someone's mind. Well, it's really mine first, because shout out to Dolo. Where your mind goes, your body goes. So whatever you think is what you're gonna follow. You're gonna put action behind, basically. I put space equals why you made the choices, decisions that you did in the first place. And it goes back, it always goes deeper. Oasis of healing. It goes back to your mom and your father, okay? It always goes back to your mother and father, which is the old, outdated thoughts and patterns, thoughts and feelings. Once you separate from the thought, your heart heals. I guess that's what I put in there. Where the mind goes, okay, I said the same thing. Where your mind goes, your body follows. So it's kind of like a little healing session. You know, the oasis of healing. That's when you go through your oasis of healing stage, okay? So when you get out of a relationship, you pull back your emotions, then you think about why you did what you did. You think about, like I said, you think about why you made these choices and where it really stems from. Like, how was I taught? Who taught me about relationships? Go back to that, which is typically your parents, right? And if your parents didn't raise you, your grandmother, your grandfather, who you've seen in a relationship. And if you didn't see a relationship, then if you didn't have anyone to raise you, then the streets raised you, Well, some people have parents in the streets to raise them, but so yeah, you gotta do your own personal work, because how I personally did it may be different from you, okay? And I'm already at 27 minutes, so I want to make sure. I might make a part 2 to this, so it really just depends. But I then put, what are you learning or teaching each other, and what are you developing with? So that went to too, when you're verbally speaking aloud and reclaiming your energy, is you need to really, sometimes, I know for me, I wrote in my journals. I have like 30,000 journals. I wrote in my journals. I just did everything. I had to use like 10 things to work through the things that I've been through. And so I put, last is recognize when it appears again, make better choices. That's it. That's all. Okay. Because let's say you take all this, what I just said, and you're like, I did it. I'm good. I'm like free. I know and I know what that feeling feels like. Ladies, men, when you disconnected yourself from someone that had such a hold on you, or that you allowed to just like bound you in certain ways, mentally and physically and emotionally. When you finally let go and you don't care, and it's out of mind, out of sight, and you just don't care, you're like not even heard about anything, you're like good, then you get a text, okay? Then you get the same energy that the person gave you pop up in another person. It'll be a different shape, form. It can be a person, place, or a thing, but it'll show up. And it's for you to be able to recognize the past and apply the wisdom. That's the whole meaning behind wisdom. To apply the wisdom, right? And make a different choice. So, I hope that this video helped somebody out. Come on now, that's what we're here for. And if you have any questions and concerns, email me. Okay, I'm trying to stop the flow from the DMs. But you can reach me on Facebook. I have my website listed. I typically only operate from one place. when it comes to answering people. It's typically my emails, but you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm kind of getting everything set. I worked this whole weekend with getting everything joining together, so everything's connected. I will not hit you up for readings. Yes, I do personal readings. I do features for songs, fashion. I do it all, baby. I do it all. But if you want to inquire to do a feature, email. If you want a reading, I will never hit you up. I do not solicit people's DMs for readings. I will never reach out to you first. Okay? So it ain't me. If someone says, hey, do you want to read? No. All right? If you want a reading, hit me up. All right? So I'm going to leave. And until next time, it's your girl.
Good job.
It's not over yet. Oh my God, ain't it?